Hi everyone! Our next story we're going to be reading is Angelina and Alice. This is an Angelina ballerina story, but I think everyone will like it. Angelina jumped for joy the day Alice came to school. Alice loved to dance and do gymnastics, and she was good at all the same things as Angelina. They quickly became close friends and were always together. At breaks, they skipped rope and did cartwheels round and round the playground. They loved to see who could hang upside down the longest on the trapeze bar without wiggling, swing highest on the swings, or do the most somersaults in the air. Angelina was good at cartwheels and could even do the splits, but Alice could do a perfect handstand with her toes pointed straight in the air and never lose her balance. Angelina always fell over when she tried to do a handstand, which was embarrassing, especially out on the playground. One day, Angelina fell right onto her bottom, and the older kids pointed at her and laughed. One of them giggled and said, "Look at Angelina Tumbelina." Another one whispered to Alice, and then something awful happened. Alice giggled too and ran off to play with the older children while Angelina sat behind the swings and cried. Oh, she's sad. The next day was worse. They were all saying Angelina Tumbelina on the playground, and Angelina couldn't find Alice anywhere. Angelina couldn't concentrate at school and made lots of mistakes in her spelling. She couldn't eat her sandwiches at lunch either. By the time the class was lining up for lunch, Angelina felt so sick she wished she could go home. Mr. Hopper, the gym teacher, blew his whistle for silence and said, "You've all worked so hard at your gymnastics over the year that we are going to do a show for the village festival. Everyone needs to find a partner and start practicing now." Angelina looked at the floor. Who could she ask? She was afraid nobody would be her partner. A big tear rolled down her face. Oh. Then she felt a tap on her shoulder. It was Alice. "Will you be my partner, please?" Alice asked. All that afternoon, Angelina and Alice worked on their handstands in the gymnasium. "Just keep your head down and line up your tail with the tip of your nose," Alice said patiently. "That always helps me stay up longer." Alice was a good teacher, and soon Angelina could do a handstand without falling at all. Helping each other. Next page. Here we go. Mr. Hopper taught them how to swing in a beautiful circle over the bar and to actually fly through the air and land neatly balanced on the mat. That's cool. He taught them to work with the rings and balance on the balance beam and do rhythmic gymnastics with colored ribbons. Finally, Mr. Hopper showed them a terrific balancing trick they could do for the show. The day of the village festival was bright and beautiful. There they are that's a balance beam, learning to do their tricks. And then there's the festival. Look at all the pretty colors. The gymnastics class did a wonderful display at the village festival with high jumps, backflips, and balancing on the beam. When Angelina and Alice did their balancing act together, even the older children were impressed. "Wow," they said, "how did you learn to do those amazing tricks?" Look at the festival. They're up on the stage doing their gymnastics. After the show, Mr. Hopper smiled and said, "That was really good teamwork." Alice and Angelina grinned back. "That's because we're such good friends," they said together. There's Angelina and Alice and their teacher, Mr. Hopper. And that's all for this book today, and that's all our stories for the day. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine.